Everybody, this is Big Sioux Media. Darren Roosh on the call. Thanks for joining us this morning. We are at the 2025 America's Hometown Basketball Classic. We have 18 games going on today here in Madison, South Dakota. Lots of excitement. We are currently in the main gym. It's going to be Platte-Geddes versus the Milbank for the boys. So we're going to get ready here. We got about 45 seconds. We'll have starting lineups. Get ready for the tip-off. We appreciate everybody getting up this morning and joining early.
Welcome to Madison High School and America's Hometown Basketball Classic. Thank you to our sponsors, Heart and Energy and Madison Vision.
Got a few announcements going on.
For the playing of our national anthem.
All right, finished up the national anthem, and now let's get ready for some player introductions. This first game is Platte-Geddes Black Panthers taking on the Milbank Bulldogs. Number one for Milbank, we got number 1 Sam Reck. We got a number 3 Graham Lightfield. We got Brian Meyer. At forward, number 13 Jack Howard. And then at center, number 15, Emmett Hansen. Now jumping over to the Black Panthers. We got number 1, Quincy Stevens. Got a 5'9" guard, number 3, Jai Bailey. Got a number 4, Max Miller. Got a number 11, Hayden Sprink. And then number 3, Braxton Brooklyn. All right, Black Panthers, they are in their white uniforms, and the Milbank Bulldogs are in the maroon uniforms. All right, here we go with the tip. And the Black Panthers have it. Bailey on top, kicks it over to Sprink. There's a three-point attempt on its way, and that is good. And Sprink gets things started. There's a drive. Up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Bailey. There's a quick little scoop, no good. Rebound pulled down by Howard. And Rick with the first bucket of the day for Milbank. Scores 3-2. Steffens. Sprick. Sprick is stopped in the lane. There's a three-pointer on its way. Lightfield getting the offense set here for the Bulldogs. Kicks it, go right. There's a drive baseline, gets good position. Doesn't make it. Another shot missed. Missed opportunities here by the Bulldogs. Sprick drives. Bruckelman's going to take a shot from the baseline. No good. Rebound pulled down by Lightfield, and he gets it up ahead real fast. Oh, and he ends up, there's a three-point attempt on its way. No good. Nice box out there by the Black Panthers. Bruckelman able to get that. Steffens. There's a feed inside, Stevens. That one's tipped out by Milbank. It's going to stay here with the Black Panthers. Black Panthers bringing a sub, Isaac Leader. Miller tosses it in. Bailey brings it into the front court. Bailey's going to put it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hansen. Oh, all the way up ahead. Nice movement here by the Bulldogs. Black Panthers get back in time. Position is made by Hansen, but he's unable to finish. A couple of subs checking in right now. Number 22, Tommy Nelson checks in for the Black Panthers. And then I think Sam Rick just checked back in. Oh, no. Jetter Sculler. That one shot short. It's inbounded. Bailey's going to do a fadeaway, and he gets it to go. Milbank gets baseline position, goes up. He hits the rim, kicked back out. There's a drive. little dump pass right there in the middle, off the glass. And Meyer gets his first bucket of the day. All right, rebound brought down by the Black Panthers. There's a three-point attempt on its way, and that is nailed. Sprick with 2 3-pointers in this game with an 8-4 lead with 3:23 to go here in the first period. Milbank's had some shots, just nothing falling for them. Meyer looking to drive. Goes up with his left hand, comes down short. Rebound pulled down by Leader, but that was stolen. Another missed opportunity here for the Bulldogs. Sprick, he kicks it over to the left side to Bailey. Good inside out movement. Sprick with another 3, and that is good. That's 3 3-pointers for him. 11-4. Fighting underneath. Nice job there as Hansen got position and puts a bucket in. And we are going to have a timeout. 11-6 lead here for the Black Panthers. All right, coming out of a timeout. 2:19 to go here in the first period. Black Panthers leave the Bulldogs 11-6. Pretty solid game. Bulldogs are definitely getting some shots in the paint, just nothing falling. And Sprick, man, he's hit 3 3-pointers already. He's going to bring the ball into the front court. Leader stuck on top. He's going to dribble to his left. Wrapping around is Van Zee. There's a toss. Sprick picks it up. 16 seconds on the shot clock. There's a drive by Miller. Miller's going to try to step through. He powers it. Bucket is good, and he is going to the line for one. That foul is on Sam Rick for the Bulldogs. Or I'm sorry, Lightfield. Bulldogs almost lost the ball. There's a drive. There's a block shot by Tommy Nelson. There's a drive by Nelson. Up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Scholar. And the Bulldogs are back in action on offense. Abrego with his first bucket of the day. Down to 55 seconds. Sprick drive, steps through, and he lays in 2 more. Down to 44 seconds. About 10 seconds between the shot clock, game clock. Lightfield, there's a drive down the base. There's a feed inside. Abrego kicks it out. 3-pointer on its way. That looks good from here, and it is. Lightfield with a big 3-pointer. Pulls the Bulldogs within 4 points of the Black Panthers. Black Panthers playing for one last shot. There's a nice dump underneath. Great feed. Good vision of the floor with Miller getting that bucket. Down to 5 seconds. Oh, we got a travel call on that. Sam Rick checking in for the Bulldogs. 3.4 seconds to go. That's enough to get a few dribbles and launch one up. Sprick is going to take that long shot. That's going to fall way short, and after the end of the first period, it's 17-11 Black Panthers. We'll hang here and get ready for the second period. Looks like our scoreboard is not quite reading things right for the Bulldogs. They have 11 points. Not liking that angle. Well, we'll say their score here. All right, we are back at it. On the court for the Black Panthers, we have Stevens, Sprick, there's a 3-point attempt on its way. Rebound pulled down by Abrego. Still fighting underneath. Brookelman pulls down the board, and here comes the Black Panthers. There's a drive, goes in, and the bucket is good, and he is going to the line for one. That is Bailey. Abrego picks up his first personal, team's first. That rattles out. Rebound pulled down by Lightfield. Lightfield's pushing the envelope. Meyer has it, resets everybody. Gets it over to Scholar. Myers. Back to Scholar for 3 from the corner. Bounces around. Rebound pulled down by Brookelman. Got a blocking foul or illegal screen on the Black Panthers. Going to call that on Brookelman. That's his first, team's first. Down to 7 minutes. 19-11 lead. Got a turnover on the Bulldogs. Stevens on top. Feeds it over to Miller. Miller steps through. Tries to kiss it off the glass. No good. Ends up in Lightfield's hands. Bulldogs trying to get their transition game going up and down the court. There's a shot by Meyer, and he makes that one look easy. Meyer now with 5 points. (19-14) at the 6:13 mark. There's the three on its way. That one overshoots everything. And here comes that transition game by the Bulldogs. Oh, big block shot by Bruckelman. Panthers back the other way. Sprick on that left wing. On top to Bailey. Bailey kicks it down to that right side. Bruckelman inside. Gets around and gets an easy two. 21-14 lead now at the 5:38 mark. We got a jump ball. Checking in for the Bulldogs is Jack Howard. Possession goes over to the Panthers. Another sub checking in. Here the next dead ball is going to be Isaac Leader coming in for the Black Panthers. Fairly clean game, fast game. There's a step back shot. No good. That was taken by Bailey. Bulldogs trying to move the ball down the court fairly quick. Baseline drive. There's a feed in the middle. Nice patience there by number 15, Emmett Hansen, for two more. See if I can get this scoreboard fixed up here. 4:54. Black Panthers up 21-16. All right, we're back into it. I don't know why my scoreboard's not updating right. Black Panthers have the ball. Stevens, Sprick over to Stevens. Stevens in the middle, stops. Feed is underneath, reverse layup coming, and that is made by Isaac Leader. Nice patience there by the Black Panthers, now up 23-16. There's a three-pointer coming by the Bulldogs, and Sam Rick makes that one look easy. That's one way to get your team out of a little bit of a deficit, now only trailing by 4. Bulldogs looking for a big defensive stop right now. Black Panthers, just lots of patience. There's a three-point attempt, no good by Sprick. Bulldogs looking for that opportunity to kind of cut the deficit. There's a nice feed inside, great position. Emmett Hansen with 2. He gets the Bulldogs within 2 of the Black Panthers with about 3:25 remaining here in the first half. Sprick on top to Meyer. It's a feed over to Lightfield, back to Miller underneath, no good. Rebound pulled down by Emmett Hansen. There's some nice hustle down the court. And we have a foul on the Black Panthers. Quincy Stevens. He's got to pick up his first personal, team second. First free throw, no good. 2 subs check in. Got Tommy Nelson and Braxton Bruckelman. Meyer for his second free throw. That one is good. Bulldogs doing a good job getting back into this game. Quick turnaround there. Makes that look easy by Leader. Ball's loose on the floor. Ball still loose on the floor. Got a timeout by the Bulldogs. Looks like our scoreboard is all back up and running good. Thank you for your patience on that. So 2:36 to go here in the first half. Black Panthers up 25, Bulldogs 22. Appreciate everybody being up early this morning for a nice 9 o'clock game. Got 18 games on the mix today. Right now we got the Platte-Geddes versus Milbank. Next is the Laverne, Minnesota Cardinals taking on the Baltic Bulldogs. And then at noon we got Custer versus Tracy Milroy Ballatin. They're from Minnesota. All right, we're back at it in Madison, South Dakota today for a nice little hometown basketball classic. Bailey's going to be called. Oh, no, Bailey's fouled. That foul is going to be on Lightfield. That's his second personal, team second. 2:19 to go here in the first half. Sprick brings it around to the top of the key. Kicks it over to Bailey. Bailey trying to feed it inside to Bruckelman, and he is fouled. Emmett Hansen's got to pick up his first personal, team's third at the 2:08 mark. Possession stays here. Got a sub checking in. Lincoln Holscher for the Bulldogs. Coming off is Graham Lightfield. On top to Nelson, the 3-point by Sprick. Fighting underneath was Leader. He gets the offensive board. Bailey kicks it over to Nelson. And we're going to have another foul on a Bulldog. It's going to bring them up to 4 team fouls. All right, Hansen's going to pick up his second personal. Bulldogs bring back in Abrego. There's a drive by Bailey. Nice little feed and dump off over to Leader for another 2. Back up to a 5-point lead here for the Bulldogs. There's a 3-pointer on its way. Long rebound, but that's brought down by Bailey. Here comes the Black Panthers. Bailey kicks it out. 3-pointer coming by Nelson. No good. Nice work by Bruckelman. Down to minute 7. See what the Bulldogs have up their sleeve, trying to get a few points on the board. Holscher on the left side, back up on top. There's a drive. And Jack Howard's going to the line for 2 as he was hammered going in. Bruckelman picks up his second personal, team's third. We're down to 45.3 seconds, so roughly about 10 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. That first bucket or free throw is good by Howard. Max Miller checks in for the Panthers. Howard's second free throw is good. Milbank pulls back to within 3. There's not a lot of fouls down here. They're going to at least get the ball back possibly for about 10 seconds. We'll see what the Black Panthers have lined up. 3-point attempt on its way. And Max Miller came off the bench and drained a 3. 20. Oh, there's a loose ball on the floor. There's 4 guys hustling and fighting for it. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Sprick. That's Sprick's first foul, 4th team foul. All right, 15.5 seconds. Tossing it in is Jack Howard for the Bulldogs. And then Steffens checks in for the Black Panthers. There's a drive in, no good. Gets an offensive board, and Abrego puts it back up. And that'll do it. We're at halftime, where the Black Panthers are 26, and the Milbank Bulldogs are 26. And I got to change the logos around here on our scoreboard. Put everybody on mute. We'll get reset, and we will be back in roughly about 9 minutes to get ready for the start of the second half. Thanks for joining us. This is Big Sioux Media Sports Network. All right. To all the Platte-Geddes Black Panther fans and the Milbank Bulldogs. Got about 2 minutes, 17 seconds left. I think I got the corrections made to our scoreboard. Just want to kind of go through some halftime stats here. No players really in foul trouble. We're going to start with the home team, the Black Panthers. Let's look at scoring. Jay Bailey with 4 points. Max Miller with 7 points. Hayden Sprick with 11. He's their leading scorer. Isaac Leader has 6 points, and Braxton Bruckelman has 2. Jumping over to the Bulldogs, Sam Rick with 5 points. Graham Lightfield with 3. Brian Meyer with 6. Jack Howard with 2. Emmett Hansen with 6. And Esteban Abrego with 4. So the score after the first period was the Black Panthers up 17-11. And then the Bulldogs had a little bit of a run, got things a little bit closer. And now at halftime, it's 30-26. So we got about a minute to go here, and we will get ready here for the start of the second half. Thanks for joining Big Sioux Media today. Early game, we have 9 games in this main competition, Jim. Next up, we'll have Laverne, Minnesota taking on Baltic, then Custer taking on Tracy Milroy Ballatin. Then we'll have a girls game with Belfouche versus Howard, then the boys game with Lower Brule versus DeSmit, and then another boys game at 4:30 with Wynot, Nebraska taking on Howard. Then we'll have a girls game, Flandreau versus Mobridge Pollock. And at 7:30, we'll have Madison taking on Worthington, Minnesota. And then at 9 o'clock, we'll end it here in the gym, and it'll be a girls game with Madison taking on Parker. All right, on the court for the Bulldogs, we have Lightfield. Got Lightfield, Howard, Hansen, and Rick. Oh, there's a stolen ball already. Up ahead to Sprick. Sprick's going in for 2, and he gets that to go. So Steffens, Bailey, Miller, Sprick, and Bruckelman. 3-pointer on its way. Bounces around, loose ball. Yeah, Panthers keep it in play. There's a drive, and there's a block shot knocked out of bounds. Nice defense there by the Bulldogs. Panthers have possession. Toss it into Bruckelman. On top to Miller. Sprick dribbles around. Gets it to Miller now. Miller makes everybody jump. He's going to take it in. Timing was off on trying to grab an offensive board, but the rebound brought down by Lightfield for the Bulldogs. There's a feed inside. Turnaround, nice block shot there by Hansen. Or I'm sorry, that block shot was by Bruckelman, and now we got a turnover on the Panthers, so back over to the Bulldogs. There's a 3-point attempt on its way. No good. Rebound pulled down by Bruckelman. Bailey, his team gets reset. Bailey feeds it inside to Bruckelman. He steps out. Panthers not moving around quite as fast as they were in the first half. To Miller. Sprick with a three. No good. And Bruckelman, I believe, is going to pick up his another personal foul. That is his third. Here we go, back over to the Bulldogs. They get into the front court with Lightfield. Howard, he kicks it over to Meyer. There's a feed inside. And nice job there by Emmett Hansen for a bucket. Panthers still lead 32-28. Bulldogs looking for a big defensive stop. Miller over to Bailey to Sprick. He's going to dribble, looking to passes it off. Three-point attempt. That one was on its way by Miller, and he gets it to fall. That's one way to get a few more points. Nice feed inside. There's a kick out. Three-pointer on its way. And Meyer with three. That one does not fall. Here comes Rick. Gets it over to Bailey. Or I'm sorry, Lightfield. .420 remaining here in the third period. It's a drive, reverse layup. No, they're going to call a travel, and that is a Bulldog turnover. Nelson checked in for the Panthers. Steffens is going to go get his breather. 4:11 remaining. There's a Sprick three-pointer. Sprick now adds 5 more points. He'll ease up to 16. Oh, there's a three-point. Getting a three-point shootout. Nice tap out there by the Bulldogs right into Lightfield's hands. Last touch by a Bulldog. Bulldogs are bringing in another sub off the bench for the first time today. Number 0, Ryan Keaton. 3:43 remains, 7-point lead here for the Panthers. Good patience. Sprick driving, stops, pops it, no good. Rebound pulled down by Lightfield. Lightfield kicks it over to Rick. There's a feed inside. Ball is loose. Rick, nice behind the back, saves it. Gets it to Hansen. He kicks it out. Long three. That ball's chased down by Howard. There's a feed inside to Lightfield. Nothing dropping. Sprick able to keep himself from traveling there. He brings it into the front court with 2:52 remaining here in this third period. Bailey dribbles, feeds inside to Nelson, and he is covered. He'll be going to the line for 2. Emmett Hansen's going to pick up his third personal, team's first. 2:35 to go here in the third period. Half free throw, no good. Maddox Van Zee checking in for the Panthers. Thanks for joining us for this Platte-Geddes versus Milbank game. That free throw is good. Keaton trying to look inside, feeds it down to the baseline. There we go, across court to Rick. Rick tries to get position, floats it, no good. Ball is loose. There's a three-point attempt on its way by Keaton, no good. Panthers back the other way. Bailey drives to Sprick. Sprick continues to drive and moves and feeds us. Hands it over to a crossing Bruckelman, or sorry, Tommy Nelson. So Tommy Nelson's got to go to the line. And Emmett Hansen for the Bulldogs picks up his fourth personal, team's second. That free throw is good. Abrego checks in for the Bulldogs. For the Bulldogs, Emmett Hansen, he is the one with 4 personal fouls. So we'll probably see him a little bit later, but he has to be a little careful. Down to a minute 47. Panthers kind of commanding things right now. There's a drive, little reverse layup, and that one is missed by Bailey. Missed opportunity by the Panthers. Bulldogs looking to put some points on. Lightfield on top. Good ball movement. Keaton in that corner. Drives, goes across court. Three-pointer on its way. No good. Nelson pulls down the board. There's a feed inside, kicked back out. Back to Nelson. Sprick. To Bailey. Van Zee. And Sprick with another three-pointer. Down to 37 seconds. There's a three-point attempt on its way. No good. Nelson pulls down the board. Nothing dropping for the Bulldogs right now. Panthers playing for one last shot. Down to 17 seconds. 14. 11. 10. 7. There's a little fadeaway, no good. Opportunity to throw it up from half court. It's going to come up short. And the Platte-Geddes Black Panthers extend their lead 43-31 over the Milbank Bulldogs. We'll be ready to go here for the last period. See if the Bulldogs can make some adjustments here. Only player really in foul trouble for the Bulldogs is Emmett Hansen. And then there's 3 fouls on Braxton Bruckelman. In the auxiliary gym here in Madison for America's Hometown Basketball Classic, Laverne, Minnesota, and the Baltic girls had that very first game. The second game over in that gym is going to be another girls game. Starts at 10 o'clock. It's Miller versus Gregory. Then at 11:30, there'll be another girls game in the auxiliary gym, Platte-Geddes versus Lower Brule. Then at 1 o'clock, there'll be another game, and it's Why Not Nebraska taking on Wabash Summit. All right, here comes the players on the court. So for the Bulldogs, we have Holscher, Rick, Lightfield, and I think a new player, Harley Zemlicka. There's a nice feed underneath from Sitka to Brunkelman for another bucket. Panthers trying to extend that lead. Three-pointer rattles in by Scholar. Miller Miller gets it inside to Bailey. Back to Miller. Out to Sprick. Bruckelman. Nice loose ball. There's another feed inside Bruckelman. And we have a foul on the floor. They're going to call that one on Lightfield. That's his third personal, team's first. And we're already a minute into this fourth period. Bruckelman gets position, nice inside out. He came across court and he hit Max Miller and he dumps in another three. The lead continues to grow. There's a nice feed inside. Missed opportunity there by Zemlicka. Inside to Bruckelman, he's going to drive, tries to cut through. His shot no good. Rick grabs the board. There's a loose ball. That's chased down by Lightfield. Scholar, there's a three-point attempt. I was going to say, it looks like it's going to kiss off the glass, and Lightfield drains that one. Bulldogs need a few more of those. They need a big defensive stop right now, and we got a timeout here by the Panthers. They are up 48-37. Lots of basketball here today at the America's Hometown Basketball Classic in Madison, South Dakota. Takes a lot of people to line all this up. We appreciate it. We appreciate everybody tuning in with Big Sioux Media to stream these games. Such a fun opportunity. Hard to believe we're in 2025 already, so wishing everybody a happy new year. All right, coming back from a Panther timeout, 6 minutes remaining here in this game. Panthers have the ball. Feed down to Bailey. Bailey goes across court, knocked out of bounds. Nice defense there by Rick to deflect that pass out of bounds. There's a feed inside, kicks back out. Sprick on top. Gets it over to Miller. Nice patience here by the Panthers. Steffens. Three-pointer on its way by Sprick, and he swishes that net. There's another Bulldog turnover, not what they needed. Another three. Sprick had hit 2 from that corner until he just missed that one. Nice feed. Nice hustle there by the Panthers to get back. Bulldogs bring in Brian Meyer. Just about down to the 5-minute mark. We're in the 4th period. Schooler. He's got to take another 3. Yes! Schooler now has 6 points. Gets the Bulldogs to within 11. 4:49 remaining. There's a little feed turnover on the Panthers, which isn't typical what they've been doing today. Opportunity knocking on the door for the Bulldogs. Inside, quick turnaround, and that one drops down for Holscher. He gets his first bucket. And now the Bulldogs pull within 9. 4:17 to go. There's another 3 on its way, bounces around. Nice rebound grab there by Zemlicka. Lightfield. Over to Meyer. Meyer's going to take a 3. Just short. Hey, that's knocked back out by Schooler. Possession. There's a 3-point play on its way by Zemlicka. No good. Up ahead to Bruckmiller. Bruckelman. He is fouled. Maybe kind of hit his left elbow a little bit. That's the second foul on Brian Meyer. Two team fouls for the Bulldogs, no team fouls for the Panthers. That free throw no good. Bulldogs fighting, scratching, nice feed inside, bounces around and goes in for Zemlicka. He's got 2 points. Nice patience here by the Panthers. That one was way overshot by Sprick. Wow, that was a stolen ball there by Bruckelman. He gets an easy 2. Bulldogs not paying attention. 3-pointer on its way. Bouncing around, no good. Bruckelman pulls down the board. All right, we're going to have a timeout here by the Panthers. 53-44. That's a lead here for the Platte-Geddes Black Panthers. All right, I guess no timeout. Each team still has 3 timeouts. Bailey inside the Bruckelman. He spins left. He's going to the line for 1 as his bucket was good. And he was fouled by Lincoln Holscher. That's his first personal, team's third. Coming back in is Emmett Hansen. He's playing with 4 fouls. Need a little extra size there to take on Bruckelman. Trying to go for a 3-point play. Bounces around, no good. Another Bulldog turnover. Coming up on the 2-minute mark. Got a carry. Sprick kind of knows that he's a little frustrated with himself. Lightfield. There's a drive. He found that little soft spot. He took advantage of that. Got a full timeout here. Minute 43. Platte-Geddes Black Panthers up 55-46 over the Milbank Bulldogs. All right, coming out of a Bulldog timeout, minute 43. Bulldogs trail by 9. Momentum changers. Some full court pressure coming from the Bulldogs. Panthers able to break that. Feed inside. Nelson goes up. Good. Leader. Keep messing Nelson and Leader up. There's a drive in. Nice power there by Lightfield for another 2. Time is ticking away awfully fast for the Bulldogs. They got a couple fouls that they can still give. Only bad thing about that, it resets the shot clock. We're down to about a minute. 20 seconds on the shot clock. There's a feed inside. Oh! Bruckelman went in for a 2-handed jam and missed it. No bucket. We got a timeout here by the Panthers. 51.1 seconds. 57-48, Platte-Geddes lead over the Milbank Bulldogs. $18 games today here in Madison with the America's Hometown Basketball Classic. They got a tight schedule, and they're going to keep things moving here. Next game we'll be doing is the Laverne, Minnesota Baltic. I grew up in Southwest Minnesota, so we got the Laverne Cardinals. All right, coming out of Panthers timeout. Shot clock is reset at 35 seconds. We got 51.1 seconds on the game clock. Yeah, I would agree with that. They took 2 seconds off the shot clock. Sprick to toss it in. Gets it in. And we got a quick little foul there by Holscher. He picks up his second personal, team's fourth, 46.2 seconds. Sprick being challenged on top. Sprick turns it over. Nice defense there by the Bulldogs. That was Lightfield that was in there that was able to get that away. Lightfield hustles into the front court. Nice screen on top. Lightfield, there's a three-point attempt on its way. Overshoots everything. Shot clock is off. Bulldogs thought about coming up, trying to trap. And there's a foul on Bailey. Meyer's going to pick up his third personal. So now we got bonuses coming from the free throw line. Got 2 shots for Bailey. First one is good. 18.9 seconds. Bunch of subs checking in for the Panthers. Got Richter Noctegal, Maddox Van Zee, Hayes DeFries, and Ty Rowland. That free throw no good. Up ahead, down to 13 seconds. Three-pointer on its way. That one is drained by Lightfield. Got another foul. So we travel back down to the other end of the court for some free throws. Meyer picks up four fouls. At the line is DeFries. Free throw no good. Free throw no good. Down to 2 seconds. One last shot. He gets it off, bounces around, no good, and that is going to do it here where the Platte-Geddes Black Panthers win to 58-51 over the Milbank Bulldogs. And we'll get reset for the next game. Thanks for joining us. This is Big Sioux Media Sports Network.